though.
Nice and cool.
Nice and breezy.
Yeah.
So, this past week, I have not had Wi-Fi or internet in our house, and it's kind of sucked. Makes you realize how much you rely on the internet these days.
It's a survival issue.
Yeah, I mean, if you ain't got satellite TV, like you can't even watch TV if everything's on streaming and everything. And I don't have any. All my like comics and books are all on like my computer or my phone. If I can't access those on the internet, then I don't really have anything to do.
Yeah. Dude, do you think people used to watch paint dry before there was television?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen like I'd imagine like a very common thing for people to do would just be like sit out their window and just watch the world go by. Like and just like watch things happen just sitting out your window. Like that's your TV.
Yeah. Porches have some good utility.
Yeah, yeah. But that leads perfectly into what I want to talk today because for the past week all I've really been able to do is play Pokemon on the Switch.
Dude, Pokemon on the Switch. Give me 1 second.
Little
Yeah, we're
high,
back.
little high.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been playing Pokemon on the Switch, so that leads perfectly into what I want to ask you today, and it's a similar topic to something we've discussed before. So, what's your spirit Pokemon?
A spirit Pokemon.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of Pokemon out there. I literally have no idea how many there are now. It's a lot.
I was about to say, do you think they're at 1,000 yet?
Probably with all the legendaries, yeah. Maybe. That's why we have the laptop here today. Shout out Samsung. Got my laptop so we can look at these Pokemon.
You gotta see them with these.
Gotta see them.
These puppies.
These little peepers.
So, spirit Pokemon, assuming just like a spirit animal, whatever you feel like most resonates.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay. So
Pretty much.
are we doing Gen 1 or are we doing
Something
all
like
of
that.
Pokemon?
I mean, we can do all the Pokemon. I'm fine with that. I mean, we did all the animals. It's not like we only chose like, oh, you can only choose dinosaurs from the Jurassic period.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, that's basically how like Pokemon are. So no, you can choose any single one you want.
All right.
Anyone you think you feel like, anyone you think you look like, anyone you think you resonate with.
Like somewhere between a Drowsy and a Snorlax.
Yeah.
Lazy. No. Man, there's a lot of avenues to go because you got to take into account the look and kind of the personality of the Pokemon, but
good
also
point.
the type, right?
Yeah, types are huge.
Type
Some
matchup.
types just suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I walk out of this conversation with a normal type,
Normal type or a bug type?
yeah, Bug's the worst. Not a
Bugs.
happy camper.
Yeah, like there's not a single good bug Pokemon. They all they're all weak. They don't hit hard. They got terrible defense.
Do you know anybody that reminds you of a Caterpie?
Reminds me of a Caterpie.
Yeah, or any Weedles?
Oh, I know a lot of Weedles.
A couple Weedles.
I know a couple Weedles.
Yeah.
No, Caterpie is just such a bitch Pokemon. I actually don't know anybody in my life that bitchy.
Wow.
Yeah, I could care less for a Caterpie.
Yeah. The Weedles.
Weedles.
Poison sting.
And it becomes a Beedrill, man. Beedrill's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like I mean, he's
Beedrill
not
is
like
nice.
a powerful Pokemon, but like he is pretty cool in the design. He's an angry ass Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, he's pretty pissed.
Yeah.
But to start my investigation into what my spirit Pokemon would be, I think my favorite Pokemon probably of all time is Totodile.
Ooh. That's a
Silver was the first game I played. Had a Totodile. Looks cool personality. I don't know if that would be my spirit animal, but that's like a starting point, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's always just kind of like how we were talking about with your spirit animal. Like, whatever your favorite animal is like, that's the one you would want to pick. Whether you feel like that's what you resonate with or not is a different story. But like, what you want to. So, favorite Pokemon, yeah, Totodile. It's a pretty solid. I mean, he's an alligator or crocodile or whatever you want to officially classify him as. But he's definitely one of the coolest starters. I would probably say, for me, Torchic would be my favorite because Blaziken, oh buddy, a fighting chicken like that,
Yeah.
he's so cool.
Yeah, Blaziken's pretty sweet. And for me with Totodile, is just Totodile. I don't actually like his evolutions.
Oh, really?
It's like the first level.
I mean, he is like a cute, adorable little alligator.
yeah.
Like he,
And that's why I don't think I can go with him, because his later evolutions are fine, but
like for alligators, pretty cool.
yeah, but he's got like small arms and he's
Yeah, he's stumpy.
yeah, a little bit.
He's got some power behind him. He's got a big jaw.
Yeah.
Y'all would actually like be hand in hand. You got the strong jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good at crunch.
So looking through the list, like yeah, I don't like bug Pokemon, so I wouldn't choose any of them. Honestly, most days I really do feel like a Psyduck because I'm basically in a constant state of confusion, and my head hurts a lot.
Yeah. I can see the Psyduck vibes for sure.
And a Golduck's pretty cool.
Golduck, yeah, Golduck's a Psyduck that figured it out.
Yeah. He's like we're actually gonna go out there and beat the shit out of people.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of a serious turn.
Yeah.
Looking through Gen 1, got to go with my boy Alakazam.
Oh,
The
Alakazam's
spoons.
a great one. Yeah, the spoons. Gengar's another great Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yo, what is that? Oh, it's Muck.
Muck, yeah.
That's I was about to throw a name out there, but I'm not gonna
We'll just
throw somebody under the bus. I know a Muck or two.
Yeah, I know plenty of Mucks. Mucks are just a waste of a space in the party.
All right, so to break it down type wise, I think I'm gonna have to go Psychic, Water, or Fire.
Psychic, Water, Fire. Okay. I would think, and I know we talked about this with the Elements episode. I don't like Fire, but I probably would choose Fire Starter, like Pokemon wise, because usually those are the ones that they just always hit the hardest, or they're super fast, and
Yeah.
that's huge in Pokemon.
Yeah, I think if we were to like take all of the starter Pokemon together, the Fires would probably. I don't know. There's a lot of strong water types too, but the Fire would probably be the.
I think overall, I think more of the fighters have been like the powerhouses comparatively. But also, when you think about it, I was talking with a friend about this. I think the reason why the original starters are so beloved is because they're so equal to each other. Like how we were just saying, like take the three starters: Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. And do you really classify any one of those being faster, more tanky, or more of a powerhouse than the other one, really and truly?
So there's like a slight deviance, but it's pretty close. Like
yeah,
they're
it's
all
much closer
they're all,
than any of the other starting gens.
They're all big, badass. I'd be happy to have any of them. I actually watched a video. If all it's kind of like one of those death battle things. If all three of them were thrown into a ring, fighting to the death.
Who would win?
Yeah. Who do you think came out on top?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, honestly, as much as I think it would be, I feel like Charizard is probably the first to fall.
If I remember correctly, he wasn't the first to fall.
It was probably Ivysaur, wasn't it? Or Venusaur.
Yeah, Venusaur fell, and then Blastoise won.
Blastoise won, yeah.
They said pound for pound, Blastoise comes out on top.
Yeah,
So,
I could see that. I would say he probably is the toughest out of the original starters, but that type matchup, it's a killer. It's
Yeah.
a killer. Oh, dude, also, speaking to just Pokemon, how many, do you think there are more Pokemon than there are animals? Like, species of animal?
No, man.
Really? I
Not
mean, I
even-
don't know,
Not even
bro.
close. Not even close. I don't know the number of species
Well,
of
okay,
animals,
so,
but
like-
there's a ton.
All right, so I just want to clarify. Like, when I'm saying species, I don't mean, like, breaking it down into different type. Like, if I'm saying a dog, I just mean a dog. I'm not saying, like, all the different types of dogs. And if I say a deer, I mean a deer, not, like, all the different types of deer and anything else that's in the deer family. Well, moose and a deer is different. But, like, you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying? I don't mean just, like, every different type of frog.
You don't mean species.
or
I
every-
can't remember the chart. I'm thinking of the chart of like, that breaks down like class, species. Like you're reeling
Genus,
it. You're reeling it back one where it's not super specific.
Yeah,
just kind of
yeah.
that overview. I still think there's probably more animals, and it goes back to the insects. Like there's like an infinite number of insect types.
Yeah, but
But for sure, there's more than like, let's say there's 1,000 Pokemon. There's way more than 1,000 types of animals on the planet,
Okay, maybe.
in my opinion. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, if we keep going the way we're going, there might be more Pokemon than there are. Either they just keep creating more, or we just keep having animals go extinct. One way, there might be a threshold where we hit where they equal each other out. How long do you think Pokemon's got? It's been going on since 96?
It's
95?
97, I
97?
think. It's
Somewhere
in
around
the
there. 95 to 97, somewhere
Mid
in there.
late 90s. So I wonder how popular Pokemon is with like young children at this point.
That's a good point.
Because
That's actually an amazing point, because in one of the remakes of one of the older gens, the Diamond and Pearl remake, they actually have talking in there like relive your nostalgia years. So like obviously they knew that like people our age were picking this game up because that's what we played when we were a kid.
yeah.
So that is actually a very good point. I wonder how many young people really are, young kids like 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds are really playing Pokemon.
Right.
I got something in my fucking eye. I don't know what it
You got to
is.
work it out, dude.
Yeah, it sucks.
But yeah, it's an interesting point in so that would be the deciding factor, but simultaneously I think a lot of people in our generation will buy Pokemon until the end of time.
Oh yeah, as long as they make a Pokemon game, I'm at least gonna take a peek at it.
Yeah.
Like,
So as long as we're around, our generation is around, Pokemon's still going to be a thing.
some
But-
rival company out there is just like, all right, we gotta take down Pokemon. Someone needs to come up with a plan to just wipe out all the 20 to 30-year-olds. Let's just get them clean out, and then Pokemon's gonna die.
Genocide to erase Pokemon.
That's what the people over at Sega are doing with Sonic. They're trying to figure out how to rival.
Sonic.
All right, so we looked through the list of Gen 1. Some good Gen 2 Pokemon that we got to choose from. Politoed. Politoed's a great one. I actually really enjoy Politoed. He's a very underrated Pokemon.
Where do you see him at?
This one right here.
Oh, okay. I was
And
thinking
also
something.
for viewers, I'm gonna have pictures floating around.
Well, they'll see the pictures.
Yeah, so they'll know.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
saying,
like
I'm
you're-
gonna put up pictures in the
Yeah.
editing so they'll know what's going on, so they know who
But-
we're talking about.
But they'll just be seeing it.
Yeah, I know.
We're
I just
tripping.
wanted to mention it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think to be Sizer.
Oh
How do
yeah.
you- how do you pronounce his name?
Sizor, yeah, something like that. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, he's pretty bang up. I
He
think
might be the only good bug Pokemon because I think he's bug.
him and Scythe, the green one, Scyther.
Well, yeah, that's just his pre-evolved form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think to be true to my Pokemon experience, I would have to go with the Pokemon between Gen 1 and Gen 3. Anything post that, it's getting a little bit. I mean, Gen 4, yeah, but
Yeah, I understand because I kind of quit playing Pokemon, like the actual games, when I played 5. I have played it, but I never really played it all the way through, and I didn't really care for the 5th gen because I didn't really like the starters from that one. And if the starters aren't good, that really kills the game. But I haven't played I didn't play the next one after that, and then I played the one where it's like the Hawaii-inspired Aloha or whatever the region was called. And I liked that one. And then obviously I played the newest one, Sword and Shield, where they're in
yeah,
jolly old England.
that's a pretty good game.
Yeah, that one was
But-
awesome.
Dude, I just had a trip of a question. And you know how it's pretty common for people to, of course, play Pokemon when they're a kid, and then they fall out of it, and then they come back to it. I think that's a pretty almost universal experience for Pokemon fans. Do you think that's like a common thing amongst every generation? It's like you hit puberty, and you just kind of throw everything off to the wayside for a couple years, and then you go right back to what you liked as a kid.
Yes, definitely. I did
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing with Pokemon that I did with pro wrestling, because I watched WWE when I was a kid, and then I got like sophomore, junior year of high school, and then I was just like, I don't really care about watching wrestling and keeping up with it every week and everything. And then once I got back into college and was like had more quicker access and better access to the internet and to Wi-Fi and all that more consistently, could watch more than just what was on TV, and it got me back into it. And then now I'm watching wrestling every week, Wednesday nights, AEW.
Dude, you just dropped a wild question in my mind. I'm gonna save it for a different talk.
Okay.
Good stuff. So
Good stuff.
looking through what we have here. Ooh, Lugia was the first legendary I think that I was ever introduced to. And there's something really cool about him.
Yeah, he's such a plain looking legendary, but he's so cool. I don't know if maybe it was just like the second movie really made him, like the second Pokemon movie made him to be such a badass legendary, but he is definitely like the chillest of all the legendaries. Like, if I would want to have a beer with a legendary Pokemon, it would be Lugia, okay?
Yeah, he definitely has that power behind him.
Yeah,
and
he's good. He passes the vibe check.
The thing that goofs me up with Lugia is I never realized that his wings are hands.
They are?
He's got fingers, dude.
No.
Yeah, look at it. He's got a little thumb.
Oh my god, it actually is a hand. That's
Look
so
at that.
weird.
Yeah.
It's got some long ass arms.
Whenever I realized he has digits,
He's like a bat.
it kind of threw me off a little bit with him, but definitely better than Oho.
Oh yeah.
Ho-Oh, whatever.
O'Reilly.
I'd
Auto Parts.
rather be Celebi than Oho.
Yeah, Oho, whatever the fuck his name is, sucks. Tyranitar though. Tyranitar is pretty good. Oh, I just realized after naming off all these Pokemon, throwing these pictures up is gonna be a bitch to edit.
Yeah, have
But
fun.
it'll be okay. All right, Gen 3. This is the generation that I started with Pokemon. I played, I want to say it would have been Sapphire, which would have been the blue cartridge.
Yeah, I probably put the most time into this one. Played
Oh,
it
for
more.
sure. Because back in the day, they didn't have it to where your Pokemon could all get experience points, and you actually had to go out there and grind with the starting Pokemon in your party.
Yeah.
And to try to beat the Elite Four back in the day, I mean, you literally had to put in like 100 hours of Pokemon.
It used to be a challenge.
Yeah.
And
It's still a challenge now, but it's much, much easier to breeze through it.
Yeah, you just have to click A bunch now. Whereas
Yeah.
back then you had to be a bit more strategic and
Yeah.
build up. And that clicked for me the other day. I was like, why is it so easy? It's like,
I was-
experience share, and they didn't make the other Pokemon stronger.
Yeah. I was thinking that same thing too, because I was like, man, I remember when I was a kid, and I feel like I'd be playing, like, it would take me weeks to beat Pokemon. Like, actual weeks of playing to get to the Elite Four, and now I beat it in like 4 days. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, I know, video games are supposed to get easier when you get older because you actually understand how to play video games properly. But I was like, no. There's no way it get that much easier. I wasn't that stupid as a kid. It's Pokemon. They haven't changed their formula in 25 years.
Yeah. So, Shiftry is pretty sick.
Oh, yeah. Shiftry's a good grass from the 3rd generation.
Let me see. Explode. Pretty intense. Oh,
I didn't know that Pokemon had a 3rd evolution.
Aggron.
Oh,
I used
yeah.
to think he was everything in a bag of chips.
He was definitely the one, like, anytime you came across Aaron, I don't know if it's pronounced like an actual person's name or not. But anytime I came across that one in the wild, I was like, yep, got to capture that because it's final evolution.
You getting nervous as you see the Pokeball rock twice?
Yeah. You're like, oh, God, don't jump out. Did you know that's the biggest Pokemon, Wailord? I mean, it makes sense. He's a fucking whale.
It's pretty big.
But have you ever... So with Sword and Shield, the wild area, you can see Pokemon in the tall grass for once. Like, have you seen him in the wild? My God. I just saw him, like, off the coast of an area. I was just like, what is that? Is that another area I can swim to? And I do surf, and I start going over there in the water, and I was just like, holy shit, that's a Pokemon. That thing was huge.
That's awesome. I love that you can see the Pokemon in the wild now.
And they actually have, like, the actual size of it. It's not like all the Pokemon are the same size.
Yeah.
That's what makes it pretty cool.
There's some good dragon types, like, sprinkled into each gen. I really like Flygon as well.
I had no idea that Altaria was a dragon type.
Yeah, it's kind of wonky. Salamence.
Salamence is a good one, and this is the gen where they introduced all the Reggies. I will say, though, I think Generation 3 has got the best legendaries. Like, I think Kyogre and Groudon and Rayquaza
Yes. Yeah.
are better than just about any other Gen's legendaries.
I'm
I mean, the
having-
3
I'm having-
dogs are pretty good,
Yeah.
but oof, those ones.
I'm having to think through it right now, and I can't even remember some of those mid-gen legendaries, but I would agree. Those
from,
three.
from 1 through 4,
Oh,
I say
yeah.
Gen 3 has got the best legendaries.
Yeah, I would say Gen 3 and then probably Gen 2 with the dogs and Lugia.
Yeah.
But all right, man. So what are you thinking? Your initial instinct was Blaziken.
Yeah. I will say I really like Kyogre, and that kind of goes a little bit into my spirit animal thing, because I said I wanted to be a water animal, something that can transverse the oceans and explore the oceans. So, I mean, being a legendary water Pokemon would probably fit right up my alley. And
Yeah.
it's a badass Pokemon. Kyogre's awesome.
Yeah, Kyogre's pretty cool. I was always more of a Groundon guy.
Yeah, I know. You're a fiery personality.
Sometimes. Looking back over, so I've had this conversation not quite a few times. Yeah, quite a few times.
Quite a few times. Who'll be kidding?
And usually always circles back for me either Blaziken or Alakazam.
You actually, saying Alakazam, I can really, really see that one.
Yeah.
You do actually kind of remind me of Alakazam. Or the, I think it's Drowsy or whatever the evolved form of that one is.
Hypno.
Hypno,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've gotten Hypno before too.
Yeah, I can see both of those because the eyes for Hypno, and the Alakazam for just your, like, honestly, you actually, I don't know if you ever realize it, but you do Alakazam's like fighting stance a lot when we're like fucking around. You'll just, like, especially when you get drunk, you'll just be like,
Oh yeah, dude. I'm bringing the force. into
and
it.
that's straight up what Alakazam does in battle. So, you fit perfectly.
Yeah.
Alakazam and Kyogre, that's a good team up right there.
One day I'm gonna bring spoons live onto the podcast and bend it with my mind.
I mean, there are people out there that say they can do that.
I'm gonna have to start training.
Hey, you could be the next.
I know. Break the Guinness World Record. Have like 3 spoons, one hand. Wonder if that's a thing.
The Guinness Book of World Records.
The Guinness World Record for bending the most amount of spoons at one time.
With your hands or with your mind?
I guess your mind.
Yeah. Well, would you want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, why not?
What do you think you could do?
Bend a spoon with my mind. What unique talent do I have? Probably forget the stream of a conversation, like, more than anybody else.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Could probably pull that one off pretty
Yeah.
good.
All right, so I actually, since we were talking about it earlier, I want to know how many Pokemon are there.
My guess is 957.
It's a very specific number. 896?
I highballed it a little bit. Yeah,
Ah,
we're not at 1,000 yet.
Yeah, they're not even at 900. Now, I wonder if this includes the legendaries.
I would assume so.
You would think, but you never know. Oh, wait, or is this only Pokemon Go? Maybe not.
Yeah, it's all the
Yeah,
Pokemon
it's all
in
the
the
Pokemon.
franchise.
So 856, okay, yeah. Or 896. Yeah, there's way more animals. I was an idiot.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's no way they've
Dude,
created
I
that
thought,
many
I mean,
Pokemon.
like, they've got 8 gens. I figured, and it's like always like 150 plus, or like in each one almost. Or at least 100 introduced in every one, give or take. So I thought maybe it would be over 1,000. Not by much, but like just a couple over, but I thought it might be. I don't know.
How fun would it be to be the person in the boardroom that has to pitch Pokemon?
Oh, dude, that'd be the best job ever.
Just creating, yeah.
Just create a dumbass animal with a dumbass name. It's got dumbass powers. And be like, here you go. Kids will love it. And you're like, no. The 23-year-olds will love it.
What do you think was the first consensus when Pikachu was presented? Was he universally loved, or were there some haters?
And that's a good point because originally Pikachu was like fat.
He's a chubby guy.
Yeah, and
I like chubby Pikachu.
in the original game, and I think it was the anime was what made when they started making Pikachu like skinnier and shit again, like in the games and stuff. Because in the very first game, if you look at it, he is a little round.
He's a chunk.
Yeah, he's a chunk.
If you have Pokemon Yellow, he'll follow you, and he's a chunk. He's a little cinder block.
Yeah.
Yep.
He got all that. He did Volt Tackle just too many times, and he burned off all the calories.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine the dude every time they create a new gen, the guy who does the Pokemon rap. You know the Pokemon rap on YouTube, where he literally just names off all the Pokemon.
Yeah, they still do that for the.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
He's up to 896.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he gets pissed off every time Nintendo comes out with a new Pokemon game. He's like, quit it. I just finished.
That takes some serious endurance, man. I would pass out in the 400s probably.
Yeah, I wonder when he started that. It's been going for a while. It's too many Pokemon. Do you think they'll stop? At least with like creating new Pokemon, or do you think they're just gonna keep cranking it out? Because I don't think the franchise is gonna die anytime soon.
No, the franchise won't die. But yeah, I mean, I think they have a winning formula. They know we got our fire type, our water type, our grass type. Let's make the grass kind of slow and stumpy, and let's make the fire quick and fight type-ish, and the water cool, you know.
This brings up a new good question. Other than grass, water, and fire, what would you choose as 3 starters for type? Like if you got to create the new gen and they were like, you can pick 3 new types to be the starters, what would you choose?
And I think that's part of what made Pokemon emulators cool. You remember those?
Yeah,
where
yeah.
there's more diversity, how you'd start out. So I would.
Because I think that's another thing that they need to do for the next. Like if they're going to create a new generation where they create more Pokemon and stuff, and not just like a spin-off type game of Pokemon, then I think they need to change it up with the starters.
I think Pokemon would benefit a lot by changing its, still having a winning structure, but changing it somewhat. You know, it's pretty. How many times can you beat the bad guys after Gym 7 and go beat the Pokemon League with your same starters? Anyway, what 3 types?
I think I personally have a good 3 that are all kind of even with each other. I think electricity, ground, and flying.
Yep, that's a unique rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
That work.
Because electricity doesn't affect ground.
Flying doesn't affect ground, right?
No, ground doesn't affect flying. Or something like that. Because like a lot of ground moves don't affect flying because they fly.
Okay.
So like lightning won't affect ground. Ground doesn't affect lightning or doesn't affect flying, and then flying is it's just regular effective against electricity. But electricity is super effective against flying. So it kind of all balances. It's not as even as grass, water, fire is, but
there's some balance in there.
Yeah, and I think that would be a fun one.
Yeah. Do something wild, just like dragon, fairy.
Dragon, fairy, normal.
Yeah.
Dragon, fairy, bug.
I want the Bidoof.
Dude, if you ever gave me a Bidoof as a starter, I just wouldn't do Pokemon.
Your parents come home, Andrew, it's your 10th birthday, man. You're supposed to be out on an adventure. We got a Bidoof. Stay at home.
Yeah.
Don't want to go.
If I was in the world of Pokemon and my parents were like, we got you a Pokemon. Here you go conquer the world, and it's a Bidoof.
I want to become a doctor now.
Yeah. I'm selling insurance.
Oh, no, man.
So Alakazam, Kyogre.
Yeah, I'm happy with Alakazam.
Yeah, that's good. So now we know our spirit animals and our spirit Pokemon. I don't know if there's any other spirits we can find, but we can find them.
If it's an animal.
Or something that looks like an animal.
Well, you can. What's your spirit furry?
That's a tough question. I don't know. It's too much to think through.
Oh man.
Yeah. I got a lot of
data. I was about to say you got a database.
Yeah, I got a database I got to roll through real quick.
You put in the hours.
Yeah. Oh well, that That was it. That's all I had.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, put in the comments what your spirit Pokemon is.
Yeah, or what's your favorite Pokemon? What's your favorite gen? Or what your suggestions for a new
Or
should be?
what Pokemon they think we are.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What Pokemon do you think we are? Because maybe they're seeing a different side of us.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I'm only seeing this side of you. They're seeing this side of us.
Yeah, that's true.
That
Right
is true.
side, the good looking side.
Yeah.
They're gonna give us Rattata. Rattata, Eradicate. All right.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining us this week. We'll be back next week.